I didn't think the Patriots could play a worse game than the one that they did on opening day against the Miami Dolphins, but clearly I was wrong. In the words of Vince Wilfork, they beat us like we stole something. It was just frightening, horrific, awful. I don't even know. It was not the Patriots team that we're used to seeing. I mean, it was a score we're used to seeing 41-14, but we're not used to being on the receiving end of the 14 points. Tom Brady couldn't make any throws. He had a lot of incompletions. He only threw for 159 yards. He had one touchdown and two interceptions, and those interceptions looked like they came on miscommunications. I mean, Julian Edelman stopped, and Tom Brady threw the ball down the field, and I was just I don't even have the words for how awful that was. It was disgusting watching them play like that. The defense was horrible, which I don't understand their defensive play calling. They lose Silver Salinga. He is on IR designated to return, but they go to the 3-4 front anyways, and they put Chandler Jones in as the defensive end in a 3-4 front, and he's not big enough for that. It's so frustrating. We know how good Chandler Jones can be, but instead they use him totally incorrectly. He has no hope. He can't play is good in that. He's not meant to stop the run like that. He got one sack, which was exciting, but if you have a player that has a great skill set and can be so disruptive and you don't use him to that ability, what is the point in drafting him? And you let Logan Mankins go. They lose their best offensive line player, and Nate Solder, who played next to Logan Mankins last season, went from being the top nine in the top nine. Um, what is he's a tackle? He's a left tackle and went from being the top nine tackles down to the 64th. And they put Cameron Fleming in at right guard. He's never played guard in his high school or college career. It's his first start as a rookie, and they put him in at right guard. They it seems like they're not putting their players in a situation to succeed. And I know Belichick always says we're going to do what's best for the team, what's going to be the best players to win this game. But that just, nothing seemed like it was for the best. They deactivated Aaron Dobson and Kimbrell Tompkins. They've been deactivating Aaron Dobson, who's healthy. I don't understand. He's supposed to be the future of your offense, but you keep deactivating him. And they only have three wide receivers active on Monday night, and they have five running backs. And what is their first series of the game? It's pass, 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 three and out, of course, because they couldn't get anything going. It was punt, punt, interception, punt, interception, punt, 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 and touchdown. And then Tom Brady gets taken out of the game, and they put Jimmy Garoppolo in, and he marches right down the field and scores a touchdown. And then Teddy Bruschi says the next day that drafting Jimmy Garoppolo was the worst thing they've ever done. And I have to disagree with that because clearly the way Tom Brady's playing, the end of Tom Brady might be sooner rather than later. In the words of Tom Brady, when I suck, I'll retire. In the past four games, he sucked, and he sucked bad. And so look at Jimmy Garoppolo, who was able to do some good things against a Kansas defense that Tom Brady couldn't do. And then you saw Rob Gronkowski score that touchdown. No Gronk spike. He drops the ball. He looks so stinking angry. His teammates come up and try to celebrate with him. He won't even acknowledge them. He goes to the bench. Tom Brady won't acknowledge Jimmy Garoppolo after his touchdown scoring drive. And it's just awful. It's like, I have no words. No words for how awful it is. And when you have a problem that's that bad, maybe you should reevaluate the coaching. Maybe you should reevaluate the general manager position. Bill Belichick is the general manager. He makes all of the personnel decisions, and clearly the decisions he's been making have been detrimental to the team. I mean, you trade your best offensive lineman in Logan Mankins for Tim Wright, the tight end, and then you don't even play Tim Wright, the tight end. It's, oh my goodness, it doesn't make sense. I want to scream. What? Just want to scream. That's how frustrating it is. It's so frustrating. As a fan, it's, and as a player, I can imagine it's just as bad. But I would like to take a crack at general manager. I would like to take a crack at trying to draft players. They were interviewing Tommy Kelly this week, who, as we all know, was a defensive lineman for the Patriots last year, and he was cut this year. He said that the Patriots were more about saving money than they were into winning. And you gotta wonder, they're $14 million under the cap. They cut Logan Mankins because they wanted him to take a pay cut. They wanted Tommy Kelly to take a pay cut, which he did. And he restructured his contract so he would make up the rest of the money in bonuses. And then they decided that they were not going to give him the opportunity to have the snaps that he needed to get his bonuses, so he wanted to be released. And you got to think, oh, pay the stinking players what they're worth. Don't be stingy. You want a championship team? Pay player pay, pay your players. Ha! And then Darrell Revis, he's supposed to be the best corner of the game, and he stinks. He absolutely stinks. I bet you J.J. Watt, who's the best defensive player in the NFL, could come to the Patriots and stink so bad. Just the way that it's going. So frustrating. I don't even know. And Tom Brady's not sure they can fix this. He said he's not sure their offense is talented enough to play in the NFL, and they cost me my fantasy game. Thanks a lot, guys. You're all getting benched. All getting benched next week, okay? You hurt me right here. You hurt all of Patriots Nation right here. And I've seen a lot of things where they're saying it's not Tom Brady's fault, it's the personnel around him. Tom Brady is a little bit at fault because he's making stupid throws, and it's a lot of Bill Belichick's fault because he is in charge of personnel, and I can't handle it. If they're gonna keep stinking like this, we're gonna have to deal with it like every other team in the NFL, which we haven't had to do for the past 15 years, 14 years since Tom Brady took over. But something's got to give, and I think it's got to be me coming in as GM. So hopefully, I'm not feeling too good about this next game. I think we're going to lose, but hopefully they can do something to get it together. They better, or I'm going to be really mad. Ooh. Blah. Toodles.